Hey now, hey good people, happy Sanctuary Sunday. It is Kasaya once again this week. Grateful to see another week, right? Um, and happy that you're seeing another week as well. It's important to be with gratitude for the littlest things. And not that life is little, of course, it's quite grand. Um, but when we wake up every day, it's easy to take that for granted. It's easy to forget to say thank you, to forget to be with gratitude for a new day because, hey, we expect to wake up every day, so it's like, oh. But the truth is, not everyone wakes up. And the truth is, life is to be celebrated. The truth is, we are to be with gratitude for each and every day. So I want to start this Sanctuary Sunday episode off by being with gratitude for life, for life's bounty, life's abundance, this moment inside of life. Nothing is happening, except the happening of life. So we celebrate that. Now, for the reason for being this week's Sanctuary Sunday episode is about meditation. I was asked to speak about meditation, and so there's so many things to discuss when we say the word or hear the word meditation. For some people, it means one thing. For other people, it means something completely different. But I think the goal of meditation is to enter in. For me, what I want to talk about, the goal of meditation is simply to enter in. It's not always about quieting the mind, silencing thought. Because the truth is, when we focus on silencing thought, we end up thinking more. The thing we try to resist is a thing that will persist. So for me, meditation is about carving out time, also known as taking a moment to sit and to be, so that I can enter in to myself. And so for me, that's what I want to part today with regard to meditation. That we see it and we take it as an opportunity to enter into ourselves, because when we sit and we silence the world around us and we go inside, we can then hear where we are. We hear the thoughts. It's not that we're trying to get rid of them. And it's not that we're trying to keep them. We become aware, and that awareness gives us insight into ourselves. When we become aware of our thoughts, we then can hear what we're thinking. But if we never sit, if we never carve out time, if we never silence the world around us, then we never hear our own thinking. We never hear our own thoughts. We never hear our own processing. We never hear the inner dialogue. Because whatever's going on inside of us becomes just a part of the ongoing things that are happening inside of life as well. A lot of meditation practices, or, when you go to meditation classes or whatnot, it's about quieting the mind, But, a lot of people are afraid of that. They're like, oh, I don't think I'm doing so well at meditation. I can't sit still. My thoughts keep on going. That's normal. That's a natural part of sitting down and being still. Because before everything that's moving can settle into stillness, it has to become aware that you aren't moving. So everything inside of you, once you sit here and everything is moving, it realizes you're not moving. It sort of settles into where you are. That's meditation. Because once the goings on stop going on, you can see, it's like you can see inside your mind the thoughts, and you can hear your thinking. Then you become aware of what's happening with you. If you're always feeling anxious, sit with yourself. Close your eyes and look at your thoughts. Look at them, literally, like as if you could see the words moving around. Then listen to what you see. Listen to your inner dialogue. What you don't want to do, or what you want to be mindful of, I should say, because I can't tell you what to do. Do what works for you. What you want to be mindful of is not following the thought, right? If you're sitting down meditating and all of a sudden you start thinking about a glass of wine, you know, I love red wine. You start thinking about a glass of wine or the task that you need to do. It's okay to go, wine, okay. I saw the glass, I heard the word, but I'm not going to then hop in my car and drive to the store in my meditation and buy the wine. That's the difference. It's one thing to see it and to hear your thought. It's another thing to latch on and ride it out. So that's what you want to be mindful of, because when you go in the direction of the thought, you've now taken away your stillness. You're now in motion. And in meditation, you want to maintain your stillness. And if your stillness feels quiet, celebrate that. If your stillness feels active, that's a part of the process. See, meditation isn't just one way. It's not about getting rid of everything, you know. And I think a lot of people, experts, would have us to believe that. You know, that I just sit in this pretty pose and everything around me and inside of me just dissipates. It's not so. It isn't so. But the intention is to sit with it, to be still with your thoughts, to be still with your body, to feel the sensations, to see the thoughts, to hear the thoughts, but not to ride the wave of the thought. What I also like to do, I don't really say that I meditate, I call it sitting. Because for me, sitting is a little more active than meditation. And I like to be active because I like to engage with myself. I like to commune with the divine inside of myself. So when I sit, I may start with my eyes closed. I might start there, might stay there for, some minutes. But then I like to open my eyes and steady them on something, right? That something is whatever that is for me or for you. And I like to ask myself things and to wait for the answer. I like to sort of knock on God's door and sit and have a conversation. So for me, that's sitting. But it also means that I have the intention to contact something greater than myself. And for me, it is a stillness. It is a stillness because I'm still, I'm present, I'm focused. I have the intention of receiving information. I become an open channel to receive. I become a receptive mind to receive. And I sit in that space for the duration, which is however long it takes to receive the information, however long it takes for me to express my gratitude, for me to affirm the absolute truth. So for me, that's meditation or sitting. And I think that no matter how we do it, no matter how we meditate or sit, the intention of taking the time to do it is what's going to give you that positive boomerang. What's going to come back to you is going to be from the highest vibration, from the deepest source, from the truest aspect of your being, your intuition. Because anytime we consciously pour into, when I knock on life's door and I say, I am here, this is what I desire to know. But rather than ask you, I'm going to call it the way that I want it to be. May life continue to be bountiful. Not may I have bounty, because we already have bounty. May life continue to be bountiful. When we carve out that time, it comes back. It comes back like ripe. It comes back blooming, blossoming. That's meditation for me. It's carving out the time to commune with the divine and to understand more fully who I am inside of myself. Where are my thoughts? Is anything running wild in here? Because I can be still. We can be still. And the mind can be going. So what you do is you want to make a note. Interesting. These thoughts are interesting without judgment. You're just observing. These thoughts are interesting. And maybe jot them down after. I thought about this. Like in a bullet form, I thought about this. I thought about this. And rearrange those. What are you thinking about that's in the present, the past, or the future? And start seeing where your focus is. Start seeing where you spend your time. Do you spend the majority of your time here now? Back then when? Or somewhere out there, hopefully? Which one? Because that's how we learn about ourselves. When we sit, carve out time to go within and become still. Inside of our stillness, we see and hear, and from that we learn. Now, what we do with what we learn determines whether or not we grow. They say knowledge is power. What you find out about yourself becomes like a key to open the next door, and the next, and the next, until you just become, a bigger, brighter, more brilliant version of yourself. So I want to say, especially for people who hear about meditation, but I don't know, they don't know, like, I don't know if I can do it. Yes, you can. Just sit down. You don't even have to sit pretty, right? You don't need the lotus position. You don't need all of that. Sit in a way that allows you to be. That's all you need. Sit in a way that allows you to be. 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 12 minutes. You don't have to go, I can't sit for 30. No one says you 30 minutes. If you can receive from your deepest well within, from the deepest well within in 5 minutes, shoot, girl, do it. Meditation doesn't have to be all day. It's not like the longer you sit, the better you are. The longer I sit, the better no. It is enough to, if I'm walking from, well, I live in a small studio now, so I can't say if I'm walking from one room to the next. But if I'm walking from one side of the space to another or to the other, it is sufficient if I just stop walking, close my eyes, and be right there. That's enough. That's sufficient. Because something happens in that pause. Something happens in that 30 seconds of meditation. In that 30 seconds of stillness. It's as potent as when I sit at my altar for 30 minutes. It's as potent because we're always receiving information. But usually we're doing too much to actually hear it and get it. It becomes like, oh, did I hear it becomes an afterthought or But when we are receptive, if we practice being open, that in a split second we can pause, receive, give back gratitude and awareness. I acknowledge what I've received and keep right on moving to the other side of the room. That's it. That's the gift. Because you are the meditation. You have access to everything inside of yourself in every moment. All that is necessary is to consciously pause, consciously open yourself, consciously receive, absorb what you receive, and then say thank you. Because the thank you is like placing the stamp on the envelope and mailing it off. It's sealing the deal. Gratitude seals the deal. It's a game changer, even in our meditations. So, I want to encourage us to be in the practice of meditation, be it for a lengthy period of time or for a moment inside of time, because time is timeless. Time is an illusion. What's most important is going within. And the deeper you go within, the deeper I go within, the deeper we go within, the richer we are. And I don't know about you, but in this lifetime, this one lifetime that I get, I want to explore the four corners of my being. And if that's what you want, I want it for you. I want it for you. So happy Sanctuary Sunday. There's one more day left in this month. One more day left in April. Right? Time is an illusion, but it's always moving forward. We need to be in the forward momentum with time. And one of the best ways of doing that, which is to be aligned, is to go within, look at what that's about, and then allow what's in to propel you forward in the world external. So, happy Sanctuary Sunday. I hope this episode on meditation, did something for you, gave you something, whatever. Just go within, because that's where everything is. And how do I know? Because I've lived outside and I've lived inside, and I just have more information on the inside. If living externally isn't doing it for you, go within. Check yourself out. Who better and more deserving of your attention than you? Have a great Sunday. Yes, y'all, to the beat. As always, thanks for being here with me. Appreciate the love and support. Take care.